Okay, guys, real quickly here. Good morning, Patriots. Real with Robo. What do I see when I wake up and start scrolling my Twitter? Of course, I see my Patriots from Tennessee. Hello, Patriots. Hello. And then I see my folks that I love to look at their tweets. Hello. Then I see my Mr. Positivity. He is very positive. I love seeing his tweets. He always bring me the good word, make me feel positive inside. And then I see a whole slew of Brett Kavanaugh. And I'm like, my brother, really? Really? I'm looking at all this stuff talking about Brett Kavanaugh, and then I see the presidential candidates jumping in. Okay, the nominees jumping in for the Democratic Party. Like Senator Warren, who clearly needs to be laid because she keeps on yelling about, oh, he was slammed through Congress, slammed through the Senate. Really? You sound like you have some sexual aggression to work off, lady. And I'm wondering, okay, well, she lied to us, so maybe she got some good stuff here. I'm going to read it because I'm fair like that. And then she says that he wasn't even thoroughly investigated. And I'm like, what? No, wait, huh? This man, okay, Justice Kavanaugh, for the ones that ain't been following along and don't remember because, well, I thought, and I know many of you thought that Justice Kavanaugh trials were over, 70,000 years ago? Jeez, but no, they're not over, folks. But if you remember correctly, this man was vetted like 5 times by the U.S. government. And the only time that anybody had a problem with it was when he was going to the Supreme Court. And then Feinstein came forward with this mysterious woman named Dr. Ford, who was a psychologist, who lied on the stand, who lied to the police, and who lied to the interviewers. And we're supposed to hashtag believe her? No, thank you. I'll pass. Okay. So not only that, then on top of that, they even offered Dr. Ford, we'll do a full and thorough, complete investigation by police detectives into your story if you want us to. And you know what she said? She was like, no, I don't think I will. No, I'll pass. It was so long ago. Well, if it was so long ago, why are you bringing it up? Why are you bringing it up? Oh, you just want to smear somebody's character. Okay. And so then on top of that, that's what Senator Warren said. She want to smear somebody's character too. He was slammed through the Senate without proper investigation. Wrong. He was thoroughly vetted by your corrupt, as we see now, FBI and CIA. So I don't know what you're talking about. And the only way, honey, that you're going to be able to ride on what I just said is if you turn around and say, yeah, the FBI and CIA were corrupt. I want them vetted again. So you have to admit that the Russian collusion was a corrupt investigation. I wonder how your constituents will feel about that. Oh, my. What a web we weave. Anyway, so back to Kavanaugh. Since Kavanaugh ain't going to stand up for himself, he's like, I'm done. I don't give a damn about what nobody say about me. I'm going to do my business. I'm going to read this book here. I'm going to read this testimony here. I'm going to let it go. Y'all say what you want to say. I'm done. Y'all want to come at me? Come at me. But other than that, if you ain't coming at me, I ain't got nothing to say to y'all. So I have a problem with that, Justice Kavanaugh. So I'm going to speak out. And me being a survivor of a sexual attack and sexual abuse, I'm going to speak out. Me being a woman, I'm going to speak out. Me being a conservative, former Democrat, now nonpartisan, I'm going to speak out for you. the New York Times, they're promoting a book, which if you look at the excerpts that are on YouTube via Fox, he reads them. Okay, this guy reads them. I've never seen him before because I've never watched, I've never really cared for journalistic, blah, blah, blah. So I was watching it, and it seemed interesting because it said Kavanaugh, and I said, I want to know about this. Maybe I missed some information. And so I'm watching, and they have excerpts from the book where they said 7 people said this woman said it, but the woman don't want to talk to them. I wonder why. And they name the woman in the book. And it's like, how you go name a woman who don't want to talk to you, who don't want to have nothing to do with this, who ain't came forward. She don't want to have nothing to do with you. Leave her alone. But still, that's 7 people that said it. Okay? That's still hearsay. Because the woman herself, they know who she is, and she did not confirm it. Because she does not want to be involved, clearly. But all these other 7 people who heard supposedly that she said it is all of a sudden it's supposed to be like, okay, so we're supposed to believe those 7 people. How do you know those 7 people ain't got something against that woman and just want to put her in the forefront and dog her out? How do you know that they don't like Kavanaugh? Maybe she liked Kavanaugh. Maybe she ain't got nothing against Kavanaugh. Maybe it's something she just said in passing and they took it the wrong way. Like she said, oh, this chick came up, and she was on the stand and she said that Kavanaugh did this, that, and the other thing, and they were half-assed listening, turned around and said, what? Kavanaugh raped you? What? No. Kavanaugh's already been proven to not have partaken in any of this, and not to mention the creepy porn lawyer. I mean, what a lawyer, right? We can really believe him. That's the guy I want to believe. Then the second story is just an allegation out of the blue. It ain't said by nobody. Just like we heard from another news source. We heard from so-and-so, one person. Hearsay. Folks, the leftists and rightists, this book that the New York Times is promoting is based on hearsay. Not actual factual reporting. I mean, if you want actual factual non-biased reporting, I have already told y'all, like 1,000 times, go to Rita Cosby. She don't care what side of the aisle you're on. She don't care. She is like one of the few journalists where you can sink your teeth into every meaty bone that she presents to you because it's not biased. She don't try and put Trump in a good light. She don't try and put him in a bad light. She don't try and put Pelosi in a good light. She don't try and put her in a bad light. And that's what you're supposed to do as a reporter. But this book, and maybe I'm spoiled, because like I said, I listen to Rita, so maybe I'm spoiled, okay? But this book is based on hearsay. This reporting that the New York Times and all the rest of them do is based on hearsay. I mean, first of all, Washington Post, New York Times, even the LA Times now are getting in on this nonsense. Like, do you reporters even report? Like, for real, anymore, do you even check your stories? Are you going to constantly say, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry? Well, you know what? The public is tired of your sorries. It gets to the point where we say, you know what? You're fake news. We're not going to watch you. We're not going to buy you. We're not going to read you. Oopsie doodles happen. I realize that. Where you're like, I got so excited and I forgot to do something. I'm so sorry. Okay, forgiven. And then you go on to write great pieces. And then maybe, 10 years down the line, oopsie doodles. But this has become a constant. And not only the right, but the left has noticed this. If you take all the lefties in America and you put them together, there is millions and billions of them. Why is CNN, why do they have like 2 people watching them if there's so many lefties? It's because even lefties are getting sick and tired of your nonsense. Every other week, the New York Times, the Washington Post, whoever comes out with, I'm sorry, we're sorry, this didn't happen. And then the presidential nominees for the Democrat Party, just like with Jussie Smollett, come out, we're sorry, we're sorry, we're sorry. I don't know what to think. It's just wild. We're sorry. No, you're not. You did it to smear somebody. And if I was Justice Kavanaugh, I would have all of your butts on a platter for smearing his reputation, for assassinating his character, for slander. But you better be lucky that you're messing with Kavanaugh and not me, and not Trump, because Trump would have had your butts on a platter too. Y'all need to stop lying to us. We're sick of it. And that's why we're putting Trump in for another 4 years. It's because you gonna learn to mind somebody. We don't care if you don't like him. Don't like him in your own personal area. We don't care if you don't like Justice Kavanaugh. Go not like Justice Kavanaugh somewhere else, by yourself, over there, away from us. Report the news. And yes, I am spoiled when it comes to the news. I'm a spoiled rotten. Because I watch people like Nancy Grace. I forget her name, and God bless me, I'm so sorry. But she's another person that is on True TV, and she's Latina, and she's like one of my favorites. I watch her, and I watch Rita Cosby, and they all come out with facts and evidence and proof and everything, and I like to eat that up. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, y'all come out with nonsense, and every other week you're saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We didn't go through the process of checking this. We didn't da-da-da-da-da. And you know what would be funny? If that lady that is written about in that book, who you named as a source, and she's not a source, if she turned around and sued you for slander too, and putting her on Front Street, then you'll really be saying sorry. But the fact of the matter is this. The only reason why you're eating this up and making it such a big deal is because our Judicial Committee of the House has gone rogue, and you're trying to cover that up when you know what? It doesn't work. It doesn't work like that anymore. Where in Obama's administration, you turned around and said something crazy and we were all focused on that and not on the other thing. Well, we're not focused on this. I'm focused on a Judiciary Committee who is investigating impeachment proceedings against the wishes of the House. And no, they do not have permission by the House, because they're trying to force the House to put it to a vote and for people to vote for them to continue the investigation. They are rogue. And Jim Jordan and Senator Mike, I forget y'all names, all y'all, Gates, all y'all might, and Blackburn, since you my rep from Tennessee, y'all might want to get on their heads and tell them that the people do not like rogue agencies, unless you want to go through what the FBI and the CIA is doing.